Well, greetings to you. I expect you're a little bit confused about Just Stop Oil, aren't you? The protests that are going on by these eco weirdos. And we all know that the world would stop if there was no oil. It would stop. It's not just oil you put in your car or diesel or energy. It's all sorts of manufactured goods. So we all know, don't we, that Just Stop Oil is ludicrous. So why is it that the police don't do anything about it? The magistrates don't do anything about it? Why is it when they're blocking the Queen's highway and somebody, working man, gets out to try and move them out of the way as the police stand by doing nothing, they arrest the guy trying to go about his business, when we already know that there's plenty of legislation to stop people behaving like this, blocking the Queen's highway? The police could prosecute them on any number of counts. Why is it that they're never given a custodial sentence, which is something that the middle class parasites that act out this behaviour fear most? A custodial sentence, even if it's suspended, would mean they can't travel, they can't get a job, even if they wanted a job, and most of them look like they don't want one. These people are funded, aren't they? We know they're funded by, as always, the shady people in the background with World Economic Forum agenda. We know that something could easily be done about this tomorrow morning if the police had the political backing to do it. Of course, what is the end game, you ask yourself, don't you? What's the end game? Well, I'll tell you what the end game is. It's mean they can bring in draconian laws on the basis of popularity, because people think, oh, goodness me, then I can do something about these Stop Oil protesters. Well, it's not for them. They're not bringing in draconian legislation for them. They're bringing it out for you. So that when you get totally and utterly fed up with 15-minute cities, when you're jammed into ghettos or gulags or concentration camps, whatever they say, the WEF, when they enforce that, it means that it'll be much more difficult and dangerous for you to protest against it. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. These Stop Oil protesters are part of Deepstate. They're part of the Great Reset. And it's getting worse. And it's getting worse. The trouble is, of course, and I've said this before, 80% of the people in this country are still fast asleep. Wake up, for God's sake, before it's too late. As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research-based, and I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I automatically share it with you. So, surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.